Four people with four unique stories on one mission to disassemble corporate brokerage one bad suit and tie at a time. We are the Rebels of Real Estate.
Woo!
Hola.
¿Cómo
Happy
estás?
day, happy day.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Beautiful thing.
For a neighbor. Won't you be mine?
Won't you be mine?
Won't you be mine?
What are we at?
Will you be
Podcast
mine?
number 18?
18.
My God, do we
18.
really have to announce the number every time?
Every
It's
time.
tradition
We do.
at this
We
point.
have
now.
to.
It is what it is.
And this podcast is inspired by our last podcast where we started talking about the Monopoly Man
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and his monocle.
or no
Because
monocle.
Adam didn't know what a monocle was.
Never heard of him.
And
Never heard of
apparently,
it.
we all thought he has one, but doesn't really have one.
I always thought he had a monocle.
Me too.
So we're going to spend today just talking about Mandela Effects because I think all of us experience these memories or lack thereof, right?
Fabricated.
Fabricated. We make them up in our head.
So we're talking about Nelson Mandela today?
I mean, that's where this comes from because people thought he died in prison, right?
That's what I was bringing it up.
Yeah. Did you think he died in prison?
We
were
thought he died in
young.
prison. No.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
never thought that.
That
at
was
all.
what, 1980 when he was in prison or something like that? It was a while ago. I never thought he died in prison either.
I was 4.
In 1980.
I was one.
I wasn't a thought.
You might have been a thought.
I don't think so.
You know, were you going to mistake? Were you going to mistake, Adam?
Katie's parents
I'm
were
aware
probably
of.
4.
You both could have been, in the souls of something else, like a dog or another human being.
That's a
They're,
whole- that's a
they're
whole
like
other
12
podcast.
years apart. They're not even in the same
I
conversation.
know, but I'm saying they could have been,
Possibly. I don't know.
In another life. You never know.
Wow.
I know.
It's deep.
Deep. All right. Are we ready for this?
Let's do it.
All right. I'm going to just bounce around on the ones that I wrote down and we can debate these Mandela effects.
Bounce around.
Bounce around.
We
We're
need,
bouncing.
you know what we need to create? We need to get a little pad that we can have in front of us and do random sounds while we're
That
doing
could be
this. It'd fun.
dangerous, but it would be fun.
We need
That'd be,
a pad.
that'd
We're
be
gonna-
super annoying to
do
the
that.
listener,
I'm
probably.
Right.
ordering
Probably.
pads. I'm ordering pads.
A lot of podcasts do that, though, all the noise of like sound effects
Yeah.
throughout. Whatever.
We can just make our own with our mouths.
Corey and I would probably get really annoying with
It
that,
would be
though.
really
Yeah,
annoying.
you guys would probably want us off the show.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's talk about peanut butter first. Do you remember peanut butter being Jiffy or Jif? Did you ever remember
Ooh.
Jiffy peanut butter?
Jif.
I remember it being Jif,
I feel like it's Jif, but I feel like there
Jiffy's-
might have been a Jiffy. I don't know.
Jiffy Lube. I don't know Jif.
I'm just gonna say Jif.
You know what?
I'm gonna
It's
say Jif.
probably Jif, but Jiffy sounds more of what it probably was.
When I was
like
a kid,
what
I
think
probably
of
said Jiffy.
peanut butter.
No, you put Y on the end of everything as a kid.
I feel like it was
So
Jiffy.
it's always
No, it's
been
just
just
Jif.
Jif.
Just Jif.
Okay.
I think the theory is that Skippy peanut butter, people thought it was
Oh,
Jiffy
I forgot about
peanut
Skippy.
butter.
Maybe that's what the why
Skippy
was
and
That
Jiffy.
makes sense.
So
Yeah.
Skip
Skippy.
peanut butter versus
Yeah.
So there you
Interesting.
go.
Hmm.
Jif peanut butter. Do you like peanut butter? Are you guys peanut butter eaters?
I eat peanut butter.
I love peanut butter.
Not like just all the time, but
Only peanut butter and jelly.
I've been eating peanut butter with celery lately a lot, actually, as a healthy snack.
I crave peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. It's so random.
Peanut butter jelly time.
With
peanut
grape
butter
jelly.
You know
I'm
what
a
I
grape
like?
jelly
Peanut butter
girl.
I like
Peanut butter
toasting bread
Yeah.
and spreading that real thin, and it gets
Like
starts to melt.
yeah.
That's the best.
You like
That's the
banana and peanut butter?
No, that ruins
I
the whole
love
damn
it.
thing. I'll eat that only because it's good together before a workout or something with a piece of toast, banana and bread. Banana and
Yeah. Peanut butter.
Banana.
Banana.
I love banana and peanut butter. Okay. You guys watch Looney Tunes?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Not for a long time.
I mean, yeah, not recently, but
Ironically, it was on the other day and I turned it on just for
I love Looney
shits and
Tunes.
giggles. Looney Tunes, the tunes, how is it spelt?
TUNES.
TOO.
Oh, it was
NS.
TONS. Yeah, it is TO. No, it's TUNES. Yes,
I don't know.
TUNES.
It is.
I think you're right. It is UNES, right?
It's UNES.
It is UNES.
Yeah,
I
it's
always thought it
UNES.
was ONS.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
But I
like,
feel like
That was
there was
my
a
initial
tunes.
thought.
I feel like was a thing too at some point. Don't you?
I always
Cartoons.
cartoons. Oh
Looney
yeah.
No, what was the?
Tunes.
Wasn't there like a broadcast television that did like cartoons or something? Cartoons Network. I don't know. what I'm thinking of.
Maybe
I'm
with the
something else.
two O's.
Cartoons.
Cartoons.
Tunes.
Teens.
What's happening? What
I
is
don't
happening
know.
right now? I'm not sure.
We're losing
This is supposed to
it.
be a fun one, a fun podcast for everybody.
We are supposed to be having fun. I think everyone's still kind of in a mood. We got to get out of our mood.
I'm in a great mood.
I'm having fun.
Great mood. I am too. Okay.
I hope you're not doing anything proprietary because everybody's watching your screen.
I'm actually
Yeah,
looking
right.
up cartoons.
Are
There
you
you go.
really to see how they
Yeah.
spelled cartoons?
I'm afraid you're going to ask us a question next about cartoons.
No, I'm
You're
not.
not supposed to prep for the
Well,
questions.
whatever.
He's such a weirdo.
Oh, crazy. Okay.
Always prep.
Here's one. Let's do this one. Does C3PO have a silver leg?
What?
No, he's gold.
C3PO is
He's
gold.
completely gold.
I don't know.
Adam, look it up.
I don't actually think
No,
about
it's
it.
gold. He's all gold.
He is not all gold. He
What?
has a
I don't
lower.
believe that.
His lower right
C3PO.
leg is silver.
Oh yeah, I think he's like off, isn't it? Like,
Oh, yeah,
is.
he is. Look at that.
That's crazy. I don't think I ever really thought about that. Don't think I put enough thought into that.
I don't think I ever noticed because it blends if you look at a picture of it. So
Yeah,
I know
there's some
everybody
images
who's
with
listening
him
to this
that's
is
all gold,
Googling it.
too. But yeah, I think
Is
you're
there-
right. It's a
CB.
little bit silver. Yeah,
Right
it's
leg is silver.
His right
Oh, yeah, right
leg
there, look.
is silver.
It's definitely silver.
See, everyone's listening to this podcast and Googling it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Huh.
Crazy. Wonder what the significance was for that. There has to be some kind of like meaning to that or something. Or
They just
did
ran
something
out
for
of
that.
the copper color when
Maybe,
they were putting
yeah.
the costume.
Means he
together.
was
Maybe they
working.
couldn't afford to do that when
Means
they
he was
made
working.
the movie.
I don't know.
Let the other droids know.
Yeah.
I never
He's out there.
investigated.
One leg up.
Yep,
Maybe
he's
it's his
out there.
gang sign or something.
He was on the corner.
Maybe there's a story where like he lost his leg
Well, let's
in
look it up.
battle and they had to give him another one
That's
and the one that they
possible.
had was silver and not gold.
There's a
plot
Christmas song
thickens.
there.
Or maybe he got
Silver and gold.
silver poured
Maybe
on
that's
his
why.
leg.
Silver bells.
What is the origin of the silver leg?
Wow.
Why did
What is the origin?
C3PO have a silver leg? As neither the films nor the canon material have explained how he got the silver leg. Fans believe his leg was damaged during the Clone Wars
Oh.
and so had to have it replaced.
He
Good
called
job, Robert.
But whatever, they couldn't find a gold plate. So they went with the silver.
He lost it in battle. Let's go.
How did we miss that in the storyline?
Never saw it.
Never
Never saw
said.
that coming.
All right, this is a big one that it's if you watch TikTok or whatever, you've heard this one. Did Ed McMahon hand out the Publishers Clearinghouse checks?
Yes.
Yeah, I
for
think
sure.
so. I feel like he did.
Yes, he did. I remember.
He
him.
100% did, but they said he did not.
That's bullshit.
What?
I remember those commercials.
I remember them
Commercials.
too.
I swear.
He
he
With
would
the
did.
go-
balloons?
He would go to the doors.
And the check?
Yes.
I remember being a kid being like,
Yeah, I
that would
do
be
remember
so
those
cool.
commercials,
Like,
yeah.
I'm going to win one day, you know?
I know, didn't and you always wanted to play
That and
when
The
you were
Price
old
is
enough?
Right. Like, those are my two dreams
Yeah.
in life. Like, I
I
want to
would've-
win Publishers Clearinghouse and I want to be on The Price is Right. That's all I
Price is
cared
Right
about.
was definitely a thing.
I would have, like,
time, yeah.
yo, every time you were sick, run home from school, you watch Price is Right with some, chicken noodle soup and whatever.
I know. And Bob Barker, man,
That was
he
like the
made it to
thing.
99. He just passed away.
He
I
was cool.
swear to God, he was.
R.I.P. Bob
I
Barker.
swear he did.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
believe that.
So he didn't?
We're living in an alternate reality.
Wait,
then.
what's
Alternate
this?
reality.
He didn't?
No, he
didn't.
did.
Oh, he did, yeah.
He did pass
Okay.
away just a couple weeks ago.
No. We're talking about
And
the
the
check.
checks out.
The check. No,
No,
he
he
didn't.
didn't.
He didn't?
No.
What
There's
the hell?
I swear he did forever. I still don't believe this he didn't because I remember
Well,
the
who the hell
commercials.
handed him out then?
Right?
Some actress or something?
I just remember the
that looked just
commercials.
like
I
Ed
swear,
McMahon?
He would pop out of the minivan. He'd pop out of the
Right.
minivan and run up to the house
With the balloons and the flowers
There'd
and the
be
check.
There was ladies with him too.
Yes.
Usually. And
Did
then
somebody else have the
knock on
check?
door.
Maybe he was present but didn't hand the check.
He
was
said he
always
wasn't even.
there.
They say he wasn't even involved at all.
What the hell?
I don't believe
believe
it.
that.
I don't believe
That's
it
wild.
either. I
The
don't
Mandela
know.
Effect, Ed McMahon and Publishers Clearinghouse. Here we go. There's a whole article.
I
on that.
know.
Damn.
Adam's intrigued by this.
Adam's our Wikipedia today.
But how?
Yeah.
How not?
It's so crazy.
That is
Anyway.
crazy.
All right, let's talk about Kit Kat. Is there a hyphen between Kit and Kat?
No.
No.
Did you ever think there was
I don't
In the
think
Kit
so.
Kat?
in a Kit Kat?
Kit Kat
It's all
bar?
one word.
I mean,
No,
it feels
think
like
it's
you
all
should
one.
put. It's two words separate, right?
Mm-mm.
It's all one word.
Oh, it's all one word.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And there's no hyphen in it.
Kit Kat.
Here are the old television.
Katie, did you think
Corey.
there was a hyphen in it? See, Katie thought there was a hyphen in it.
Let them listen to the commercial.
This is what you remember, right?
Wow.
Is this the Publishers Clearinghouse?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Who's there?
It's the old commercials.
Yeah, but who's giving the check out?
Ed McMahon's
I don't
not
know.
there.
There's no Ed McMahon, though. Oh, there's the
There's
van.
the
There's
van.
the van.
It's like an 82 Astro van.
Yeah, we've come such a long way in TV.
I don't believe it.
Jesus.
That's crazy. I still think Ed McMahon.
You know what
was
movie
there.
I watched 2 nights ago? I watched Friday,
Oh.
and which I love. It's a
Uh-huh.
classic, but it reminded me how far along we've come
Yeah.
in film. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
What'd you watch?
Friday.
Oh, okay.
I love that movie.
God, I love that movie.
That was a good one.
You got knocked though.
Here's a guy. No, wait. Who is this?
Adam can't get
Give
off
him
of
the
Ed
check.
McMahon.
Who's that?
Ed McMahon. Well, it changed at some point. That looks like newer film.
That's a
I don't
commercial.
know.
No, look, see, that's like some weird commercial thing or whatever.
I
Yeah.
think that was just to try to get your attention.
All right,
Yeah,
we're going
it
down,
was.
we're going down
Okay.
a rabbit hole
All right.
next.
We're going
What's
down a
next?
rabbit hole, and okay, almost
Next.
everyone didn't ever think of a hyphen in Kit
Next.
Kat. Me and Katie both thought there was a hyphen, so that's fine.
Kick it. All one word.
Has there ever been a Z in Cheez-Its?
A Z, yeah.
Like not in the cheese part, because that is CHEEZ.
Oh, yeah.
In the its part, is it IT or ITZ?
It's Z.
It's one.
It's
It's just a
IT.
T. It's not plural. It's cheese it.
IT.
There's never been a Z after the ITZ.
Well, I just wanted to be the odd one
It's-
here. So.
But I always thought
I'm not
there
gonna
was.
lie.
You don't
I,
even have to speak for that.
I always say cheese its.
I always say
Thanks.
Cheez-Its.
Yeah,
too.
I'm not gonna lie. When I say it, I say cheese its.
You do
Yeah.
say Cheez-Its.
But I did know it was cheese it.
But I always say
It just
Cheez-Its.
sounds weird when you say it. It's like Walmart's.
I wonder if that was one of those things like when we were kids, you know, like our
Dave
kids
Sayer
do.
might have been the guy that was handling it.
No,
He's a
Adam.
co-founder.
Adam, next. Oh
He
my
might have been in the one
goodness.
in the commercials.
It was Ed McMahon. It was Ed McMahon.
What?
It was Ed McMahon.
I know it
I don't
was.
care
This
what
party's
anyone
horse
says.
shit. What's next?
Anyway, the Cheez-Its thing makes me think of like our kids, how they changed, you know, how they say things. And we probably did the same thing as
Oh,
kids.
yeah.
And that's probably why we say it with
Probably like
it's-
Jiffy too. We were like, Jiffy.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever said that though. But
My son says, "Give me them orange squares." That's what he says.
An
Orange
orange
squares.
square.
Yeah,
no.
them cheesy orange squares. That's what he says. Let me get some of them cheesy orange squares, Dad.
Gosh.
Okay, son.
man.
That's what he says.
Here for you.
Okay, Forrest Gump.
Poor kid.
The box of chocolate line.
Yeah.
Say it. Tell me what it's supposed to be.
Life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
That's it.
That's kind of where I thought it went too.
I always thought it was life is like a box of chocolate. That's what you said is. It actually was.
Really?
Whoa, what?
Life
I just
was
watched
like a
that.
box
Huh?
of chocolates. There's a was, not an is.
I don't
Really?
believe you.
Yes.
That blows my mind.
Adam, look it up.
No way.
I'm looking that up.
She already looked it up. No way did everybody. Nobody says was. There's no.
I
way
always
in the
say-
world
Mama
that says-
always said life was like a box,
Box
of
of
chocolates.
Oh, because the
There it is.
mama always said.
Yeah,
that's
you never
why.
know what you're gonna get.
Ah.
Yeah, Mama always said.
But we
life
always
was-
say is.
Is damn.
See?
Because we saying it.
Because we
not
saying
mama.
it.
We
Right,
saying
exactly.
it. Mama.
Mama ain't saying it. We
Mama ain't
is.
saying shoot.
Oh my gosh.
Give me them cheese squares.
Mama says she's the devil. Mama says that's a devil.
Football's the
water
devil.
boy?
You're thinking of water boy.
Football's
Football's
the
the
devil.
devil.
Purified H2O.
It is the devil.
Yeah, sorry guys. Let's refocus. Let's stop. Let's take a breath, everybody.
Water sucks. It really, really
That was
sucks.
a funny movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
It's a good laugh. Did Richard Simmons wear a headband?
Yes.
Yes. Hell yeah. We used to always make fun of the headband.
No,
No, he
did not.
didn't.
He
No,
did not.
He had a perm.
He
Why does
did
everybody
not
talk about the
have a-
Richard Simmons headband though? That's
He
like
had
a
an
thing.
armband.
And if you look, Halloween
Everybody's talking about
costumes.
that.
Yeah, like when people do costumes for Halloween, it's always a
They
headband.
always have a headband.
Everybody, I've heard a lot of people like, oh, I got to like when you have that kind of headband, they're like, oh, the Richard Simmons headband. I'm like, what? So he never
Yeah.
wore a headband for real?
He
for
did
real?
not
Like,
wear
never.
a headband.
What the hell?
Nope. So the costumes.
All right, that
were
one got
wrong.
me for sure.
He did wear the armbands.
Did he?
Oh,
I don't know
Look
if
it
he
up.
did.
Yes, he did.
I don't think he did. I think it was just a red tank top and those loose shorts and his
Well,
high
I think you're right.
his high top
Maybe it's
socks.
because all of those things in the 80s, they all kind of went
And his
together.
big hair.
Look, there is a headband.
Yeah, but I just Googled that. That's probably fake. Like that's on TikTok. So they just photoshopped it in.
TikTok.
Here, let me remove the headband part.
No headband.
Maybe he didn't.
Your wife's going to be like, what are you looking up? Why is
Browser
Richard
history.
Simmons-
What is this browser history going on here?
It's quite the variety.
Next.
Anyway.
So we're moving on.
Crazy.
Moving on.
Was your BOLOGNA? How do you spell Oscar Mayer? The Meyer part.
M-E-Y-E-R.
MEYER.
MEYER.
OS.
It is MAYER.
Oh, is it?
Whoa.
It's M-A-Y-E-R.
It's A?
Yeah.
I always said M-E-Y-E-R. Yeah, I definitely did. Damn.
Well, Oscar
Okay.
Mayer.
Oscar Mayer.
That's how
Mayer.
but you know what? Those commercials, that's how I remembered how to spell baloney.
Oh, my baloney has a first name. O-S-C-A-R.
Shout out Lebanon Bologna.
Yeah.
Restaurant.
My
Baloney.
baloney has a
No.
second name. I always said
Salzers.
M-A-Y-E-R now that you say that.
Oh, I said M-E-Y.
Aaron Rodgers is out because of a torn Achilles.
I know.
just
First
read
game
that.
for the
Ooh,
Jets.
it was an
4 plays
Achilles?
in.
Oh.
That's
4
the
plays
worst.
in. He's done. He's 40 years old. He's not coming back.
Sitting
Sorry.
out for the season.
Sorry,
He's
Rob.
probably out for
He's
forever.
done.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jets fans. That sucks.
That's a hard injury, man.
They had a legit shot at the Super Bowl this year too, so
Yeah.
that sucks.
But at least their second string quarterback isn't awful.
Their defense is good enough to help them, but
Yeah.
they need something.
Sorry about the ADD there.
It's
Sorry.
okay. Okay. Do you spray Febreze with 2 E's? Or is it Febreze, F-E-B-R-E-Z-E? Or
There's
is
only
it
one. There's only one.
Isn't it
F-E-B-R-E-Z-E?
easy?
You say B? Or E?
No, it's a F-E-B-R-E-E-Z-E.
Why do I feel like it's
Or FEB?
Febreze?
It's-
I feel like it's
No.
Is it
The first
Febreze?
one is the right
It's
one.
F-A, isn't it?
No.
Febreze.
It's
Free.
only 1 E. It's F-E-B.
Free breeze.
is it 1 R or is it 2 R's? It's 1
1
R.
R.
1 R.
Febreze. But there's no 2 E's in the
I said
E.
There's no
Free
2
breeze.
E's.
It's
Oh.
not 2 E's. It's 1 E.
Febreze.
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 It's French.
Febreze.
The Febreze.
That was Italian.
That was Italian.
Yeah, it's Italian.
Okay.
That sounds better.
Whatever. Now Adam's looking that one up too.
Manufactured by Procter and Gamble.
So Fugazi.
It's a Fugazi.
What does Darth Vader say to Luke?
Darth.
Darth Vader, not Darth Vader. Sorry, wasn't Darth Vader in
Luke,
Luke, I am your father.
I am
Luke.
your father.
I am your father.
He says, "No, I am your father."
No. I
He does
am
not say
your
Luke.
father.
Oh, and everybody thinks he says Luke. That's always
Yeah.
been the line.
We always said Luke, I am
Interesting.
your father.
Everybody says Luke. Luke, I am your father.
Wait, what is it?
No, I am your father.
Faja.
Fajer. That's what isn't Darth Vader from Spaceballs?
Darth.
Wasn't no Spaceballs.
Oh, I love
It might have been
Spaceballs
Death-
was
it might have been
hilarious.
Yeah.
Something. What was his name?
That was so funny.
Darth Vader's from Star Wars,
Yeah.
but Spaceballs.
Was that, who was it? Who was that actor? Something. The guy with the glasses. He did Honey. I
I
Shrunk
know.
the Kids.
Oh,
What's his
Rick
name?
Moranis.
Rick
Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis.
Rick
That might be
Moranis.
it.
Yeah.
It was Rick Moranis.
I love Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. That's another one I almost watched the other night. When I picked Friday, I was looking at like old school comedies, and I was like, "Oh, Honey Shrunk the Kids." That was
Dark
great.
Helmet. He was Dark,
Dark
Helmet.
Helmet.
Dark Helmet. Wow.
John Candy was Barf.
Yeah, I remember John Candy. That was another. I saw him in an old movie. God, what was I watching? Oh, Cool Runnings. I
That's
watched
a good
Cool
one.
Runnings over the weekend. Oh, Chris Farley was the
Chris
man.
Farley.
I love that movie.
Shout out to Chris Farley.
Was that Black Sheep or
Tommy Boy?
Tommy Boy, yeah.
Tommy Boy, where the car dealer or the car parts. Oh man,
The scene with
Okay
the
there, Adam.
Tommy Boy, the scene with the deer in the back of the car.
I like when he's squirting him with the gas and he's like, "I'm a maniac."
I like when he has the
No
car and
more.
like he's trying to sell the pitch to whoever the car parts and it like starts on fire and it crashes and it smashes and he has a fire going on the guy's desk.
I don't remember.
This
I don't
one.
know why I
Yeah.
don't remember that movie.
I love that. That was one of my favorite movies actually back in the days. That was a good one.
You
I
don't
remember.
that scene?
Yeah, I remember he hates him, but that's all I remember about that.
Yeah, that's,
Jesus, Adam,
that's the
you're out of
scene.
control.
Adam's getting excited.
He is getting excited.
Cool. You know, if anybody has never watched Cool Runnings, watch it.
Oh,
I just
love
watched it
that
again.
movie.
I forgot how much I love that movie. It's such a good. And John
was.
Candy was in it. And I'm like, man, he looks so young.
Yeah,
But
that is
yeah,
a good
that was
movie.
a damn good movie.
All right, Tony the Tiger, the famous tiger on the Frosted Flakes. What color is his nose?
Black.
No
I
idea.
have no idea.
It is blue.
Really?
He's a blue nose.
I always thought it was black too, but it's blue.
That's weird.
It's blue like the color
Oh,
of the
yeah, it is
box.
blue.
Maybe they didn't have enough color. They ran out of ink, so they just let it the color of the
don't
box.
know.
I don't know. That's super random. Blue nose. Tony the Tiger.
Tony the Tiger.
Tony the Tiger.
Does your mom wear Skechers or Skechers? With a T or without a T?
No T. There's not a T in
There's
Skechers,
a
is
CH,
there?
isn't it? Isn't it
CH.
CH?
Skechers. There's no
wait.
T.
It's
Skechers.
SK, first of all.
I said.
Not CH.
Hold on, I can't say.
Skechers. SK.
There's a T.
It's
there,
SK.
isn't there?
It's SK.
I wear
Is there
Shetchers.
There's
a
no
T
T.
I wear
or there no
Shetchers.
T? Is it
No T. I'm
Skechers?
going with
There's
no
no
T.
T.
There is no T.
He's
I don't
Googling.
ever remember it being
I
a
know
T.
that would have been weird. Sketch.
I said CH.
Skechers.
That's what I
There's
said.
a CH in. Yeah, he meant
There's a CH.
he meant like there's no
Oh.
T. It's CH.
Yeah.
I was
got
like,
you.
it
I'm
starts
here
with
for you,
SK.
big guy.
What are you
No,
talking?
it's CH.
Shetchers.
You understood my ADD.
I'm here for you. Shetchers.
Does Curious George have a tail?
No. I don't remember him having a tail.
He doesn't.
I don't think he does.
Yeah,
He
no,
doesn't have a
I didn't
tail.
think
I
so.
don't remember that one being mentioned.
I loved Curious George when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because he was always getting in trouble. It was like he's like ADD and I was always getting in trouble.
He was.
I wonder if that's what that was about. Like I wonder if that was like a message to kids to not be like that.
It wasn't ADD back then. It wasn't a thing. It was just.
Do you
just a
eat-
pain
You're an
in the
asshole.
ass.
Do you eat cup-o noodles or
asshole.
cup noodles?
Cup noodles.
Cup noodles.
I mean, I say cup-o noodles.
No, it is cup-o noodles.
I say cup-o noodles.
It is
I'm pretty
cup
sure.
noodles. There is no O in it.
Really?
That's really terrible. Cup
But
noodles.
I always thought it
Let
was
me get
cup-o
them cup
noodles.
I
Can I
always
have
say,
some
let me
cup
get a cup of
noodles?
noodles because it is like a cup of noodles. That would have made way more
There
sense.
is no O in cup-o noodles.
Whoever makes cup noodles, please put the O in there.
the
It's
original
weird.
cup noodles.
It's cup noodles.
Noodles. Yeah, we
Cup
know.
noodles.
She looked it up.
So weird. She looked.
Well, I like the fact that he's pulling this up here so we can look at it.
It is kind of fun
make
because
Pull
you
it
know
up, just don't
you
pull
know
it out.
We
everyone
want to
else is doing
verify,
this.
you know,
You got to
her
verify.
information.
my legitimacy.
Yeah,
It's okay.
because she might lie to us.
I do all the time. This was a weird one that I saw. So when you were in school, do you remember how many states you were taught or learned about? Was it 50?
50.
It was 50.
You never learned about 51 or 52 states?
No.
I feel like
I feel like
52.
I feel like
comes
I learned
somewhere.
52 somewhere too.
Where the fuck did you guys go to school?
I don't
at?
know, but for
Alabama,
some reason,
Alaska, Arizona,
I went to
Arkansas,
school in
California,
Florida.
Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia,
remember.
Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois,
Yeah.
Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee,
Dude, you have
Texas,
too much
Utah,
time
Vermont,
on your
Virginia,
hands.
Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, Wyoming.
Okay, now where did that come from?
I can never do that.
okay, so
Did you learn that somewhere?
Second grade Harding, dude.
What?
yeah, no, we
Wow.
we
I think
had to
that's the
sing
only
it.
thing I learned that year was that.
I can't
You know?
believe
And they
you still
talk crap
remember
on public schools.
How do you remember that still? That's
No,
wild to me.
I remember that because we had a play. We did Lewis and Clark, and that was one of the songs we had to sing in Lewis and Clark.
What?
Yes,
That was good.
and that's
That was
how I
second
remember
or
the
third
states.
grade.
Good shit, Cole. I couldn't
Never
even
Mrs. Shedlock?
name all. Oh yeah.
She was actually.
No, I don't. I didn't go to Harding.
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on a minute. You're like, yeah.
No, I didn't go to Harding.
She was cool. She
I
was
went,
cool.
to, I went to Northwest.
Yeah.
I was a road runner.
Yeah, I
So
I
do you
remember
know the
that
capitals
song.
too of all the states?
I don't think I know that.
Oh,
I still don't know those.
Right.
It's pretty,
Still
pretty
don't think I
incredible
know
to
them.
rattle off.
Yeah,
I don't even know if
it's
I could
wild.
rattle all the states off at all. Like, I mean, I would. be
That
able to
song
come
is
up
very
missing it.
helpful because it
Missing Puerto Rico.
yeah,
What else are we missing?
American Samoa,
American Samoa.
and then
That's
Yeah, but
really-
theynot
it's not a
states.
state.
They're,
Those are
uh,
territories.
no, they're all
territories.
territories.
Yeah,
We
who the
don't-
hell's
We
teaching
have
52
American
states?
Virgin Islands too, right?
Because somebody said 52. Who was the person that one of the political people or something said 52? I feel like
They were
I-
pushing for Puerto
yeah.
Rico to
Was
be
it-
a state forever.
was it Obama or something that said that, or somebody
Well, yeah,
made a
Puerto
gaffe.
Rico's a territory too.
I feel like
That's not a
somebody
state.
made
It's a
a gaffe.
territory, yeah.
Yeah, I
and
don't
said
know.
52.
It's crazy. I remember hearing 52 as a kid too. For some reason, I don't know. Okay. In Risky Business, did Tom Cruise have sunglasses on when he was doing his
Yes.
underwear dance scene?
Oh yeah,
Never
Kept
seen it.
sliding in this.
definitely.
I feel like
He did not have sunglasses on.
Oh, I definitely felt like he had sunglasses on.
Nope.
When people do the costume for that, they always have the
It's the
black
sunglasses
sunglasses
on.
on, like
Yeah.
the Ray-Ban Jones.
Yeah. He
Ray-Ban Jones. No, he
Ray-Ban.
doesn't.
He does not.
Jones.
I wonder
That's
if
wild.
people just think because of Top Gun, like, and he wore aviators all the time.
not-
in that.
No, but in that
I
movie,
don't
he's
know.
wearing black sunglasses.
Yeah, he wears those black
Oh,
ones that
he
are
does,
like,
that's
yeah,
right.
that's probably why we just automatically thought that.
He is one sexy man there in the 80s.
He was a hunk.
Look at it. He's a hunk.
No
He was a
glasses.
hunk. Him and Patrick Swayze. All the ladies loved Patrick Swayze.
He was the
Swayze.
man.
Well, he could
Dirty
dance, man.
Dancing.
He was the man because of that movie.
Because of that movie.
He
Why
killed
did,
it.
why did you pause it at that spot, Adam?
Because I just picked a random spot.
Is he no shirt off?
His butt was like.
That's not true.
Oh man.
Here, let me close it for you since it's too distracting over there.
I mean,
Adam's obsessed with his butt.
the Berenstein
okay.
Bears.
Oh, yeah, I
How
remember
do
those,
you
Joe.
spell the Steen part? Is it Stein or is it Stain?
I remember EIN.
STAIN.
I felt like
It's STAIN.
It is a.
It is an A.
Yeah.
I always thought it.
E, actually.
I always thought it was Steen, like ST, not Stain. It's Stain.
I used to have
or
I used to get
Stain.
their books at the little fair, the book fair at school.
I used to like.
I used to get the posters.
I used to get posters too.
Remember like the
I had a
car
Lamborghini
posters?
poster.
Yeah, the red
Yeah.
Lambo.
I had to like it. Well, mine was I had the white
Countach,
Countach.
yeah.
Countach.
Countach.
I had a white one on the poster.
I had a red
I remember
model.
that.
Hey.
actual
My mom's
metal
like,
one.
you're gonna spend this money to buy books. Yeah.
So-
And I would
get a
posters and
poster.
stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Dylan has my. I have a white Lamborghini Countach Hot Wheels. He has it. I gave it to him when he was a little
Yeah.
kid. I kept that. That was my John.
The book fair, and then remember when you had to do Santa's workshop, and you had to buy. Your parents would give you money.
That was fun. That was cool.
Yeah.
I always
It
thought
was
that was cool.
actually you buy like stupid little gifts for people. It was fun.
It was fun. My favorite though, Alyssa, when they were at Catholic and they did that, she bought my brother-in-law, her uncle, an ice scraper. They live in Florida.
Wow, that's great.
That's the thought. That's
But the
Never
funnier
be
part-
too careful, you know.
Well, the funnier part was he ended up using it because they got so cold one winter that it actually iced the windshield.
That's
so
wild.
He used it, but
She
it was
knew
kind
it.
of funny.
She
I'm
knew it.
like, why are you getting Uncle Billy, an ice scraper? Is there a cornucopia in the Fruit of a Loom logo?
No, and the only reason I know this is because I thought that there was, and then I saw that there wasn't. Yeah,
Yeah, there isn't, but I always thought there was too.
I
have no
swore,
idea.
I
the
swore there
cornucopia
was.
and the Fruit of a Loom.
I'm more of a Haynes
Logo?
wearer,
Yeah,
not
it's
Fruit of
there.
the Loom.
No,
No, it's not in the logo.
no, there's no cornucopia. There never has
Why
been.
do I feel like there was a cornucopia
I
at
felt
some
this-
point?
I always thought so
That's
too.
the one that made me interested in all of these Mandela Effect things.
No,
because-
that actually
because of
got me
that.
because I remember there being a cornucopia.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
like saying that cornucopia.
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 Sounds like a
Corn.
festival.
Cornucopia.
Fred Flintstone. How do you spell his last name?
FLINTSTONE.
Okay.
Yeah, what he said.
I always thought there was no T in the beginning.
Just Flynn.
Flintstone.
Flint, like
It's Flintstone.
rock.
Flint.
Stone.
He's a Flintstone.
I actually loved the Flintstones when I was a kid. That was a good one too.
You guys, Pokemon. Remember Pokemon?
I never watched
Did you
Pokemon.
remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Does
I never watched
does
it. but
Pikachu's tail have black on it?
Yes.
I have no idea.
No, it's like
I
lightning.
was guessing yes.
It's a no, but a lot of people think it was a yes because
Oh, it's like a yellow lightning
it's
bolt. That's
yellow,
right.
yeah.
See, I never really watched Pokemon. I was never Pokemon. I was never
Um,
involved. The only thing I did was that weird Pokemon Go thing for a hot second because that was really cool. But then I never really got into it either. And you remember when that was a weird time in our life. You'd be like driving down the street and there'd be like 20 people
Standing
walking
on
down
the
the street
corner.
and looking at weird random things, trying to get their Pokemon.
yeah, I
or
remember
whatever
Oh,
it
the
was.
Pokemon Go thing.
Remember that?
Yes.
There'd
That
be
was
people
strange.
like all over parks, like standing there weirdly.
Like
what are they
everywhere.
doing?
It was,
but that
it
wasn't
was
that
a weird
long
time in
ago,
our
was it?
life. That was like 4 years ago, right?
It was
Yeah.
longer
it
than
wasn't
that.
like
5 years ago.
20
I don't
years
know.
ago.
Yeah. No, it
It's
wasn't
not
like 20.
It wasn't.
No,
20.
I know. I said it wasn't like
No.
20.
But that was a
But
weird.
like Pokemon's been around though for a long
That's
time,
a
right?
weird ass time in our life. Like, could you imagine though, like how weird people were just literally going outside to find Pokemon on their.
There's
phone.
still people playing it because
There
I still
are
see
still
people
people who
playing
play
it every once in a while.
I
Wow.
actually
Lisa
had
does.
no.
What are you doing with your
This is
eyes?
a funny story because I had a boss who was an executive who loved that game, and she literally would be like, "Oh, we're in a new place. Let me see if I can find any." And I'm like, "You are freaking crazy."
Wow.
But when you travel, it is actually kind of fun to play because you do go to different places. But anyway, did you watch Sex?
Depends on your idea of fun.
I guess. Did you watch Sex in the City or Sex and the City?
Sex and
Sex
And-
in the City is what I always
and
said.
the city.
Sex in the
And.
City is what. I
It's
feel like I always
and.
said.
Yeah.
I always said Sex
Yeah.
in the City.
I think I remember it being and,
Sex in the City.
but I feel like it. But I never really watched it. So
I never watched
I actually
it.
just watched an episode of it the other day. It's actually a pretty good show, like an old
Funny.
version. It's
yeah,
funny.
Yeah.
it's funny.
I miss those old sitcom type shows. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Man, you're really sounding old over here.
I'm an old dude. Look at my beard.
You like the Golden Girls too?
Actually,
I
have
love
all
the
of
Golden Girls.
saved. Yeah,
Oh
I
my
love
goodness.
I liked
love
like
that show.
Silver Spoons. That was my John.
Oh, dude, I forgot about
Webster,
that. Webster.
Silver Spoon.
Mr. Belvedere.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were good shows.
Alf.
Alf was the best. I think we still have an
Family
Alf stuffed animal
Matters.
Do you
somewhere.
remember what was the Mork and Mindy?
Mork
Yeah.
and
Oh,
Mindy.
Morgan.
Yeah,
I
was
never
gonna
really
say that
watched
one.
Morgan.
Taking it
I
back
actually
a little
didn't
longer.
watch Morgan Mindy like
Nanu,
that.
Nanu.
Nanu.
What's
oh,
Bewitched? I watched Bewitched as
Oh,
a kid.
Bewitched was good. Yeah.
I just saw her statue in Salem. That was
Laverne and
cool.
Shirley.
Oh, I watched
Oh,
Laverne and
that's a good one.
Shirley.
Yeah.
Three's Company.
Dragnet.
Three's
Three's
Company.
Company.
How
Yeah.
about Dragnet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Airwolf.
Nobody watched Dragnet.
What?
Airwolf. An A-Team. I watched the
Airwolf
A-Team.
was that. Airwolf was
Airwolf
the
was
shit.
badass.
That
And
was
Knight
the
Rider.
shit. Yeah.
Knight Rider.
I could. You know what I could never get down with and everybody loved was
MacGyver.
Nash. I loved MacGyver.
MacGyver.
Yeah, I love that as a
MacGyver,
kid,
yeah.
too.
Nash was like one of the biggest sitcoms of all times, I
Yeah.
think. And
I
I
don't
just,
think I ever watched it.
I could
don't
never
think
get
so.
down
Me
with
neither.
it. Just wasn't my
No.
thing.
I love Lucy.
Hogan's
Good
Heroes.
one. Hogan's Heroes were the shit.
Yeah,
So was
The A-Team
A-Team.
yeah,
That's what I
A-Team was a
gonna say.
classic. And Knight Rider.
or Chips.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't really get down with Chips either.
didn't?
Like
Chips
that.
I'd watched a little
A little bit,
That was
but
when I was
yeah.
real little.
Really, really or The Love Boat.
I watched The Love Boat.
How about the
The
Wonder
Love
Years?
Boat.
Wonder
The Wonder
Years,
Years.
yes.
Yes. I love
Winnie.
that one. Winnie. Yeah.
She would have got it when I was a kid.
You know who mine was back then? Alyssa Milano.
Oh,
I was in love with Alyssa Milano.
Yeah, I
Man,
loved
she was-
Alyssa Milano too when I was a kid.
I had her poster.
I think I
above
had her
my bed.
poster. I was about to say it. I'm pretty sure I had her poster.
She was above my bed.
Well, if you ask my daughter why her name is Alyssa, it is because of Alyssa Milano.
No way, really?
Yeah, because I liked her as a as a kid growing up, and
that's
who's the
hilarious.
boss, and of course every man had a
Her and
fantasy on.
what's the girls from with the twins, the little twin girls? What's the older daughter's name?
The Olsen twins?
Cameron.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. What was that
from
show?
Full
first?
House.
Full House.
Full House.
But the older sister.
Yeah,
I had a
kinda-
crush on her when I was a kid too.
Yeah.
She had dark hair girl.
Yeah, I can't remember her name. That's whatever.
Crazy. Does the laughing cow have a nose ring?
The what?
The laughing cow. You know those
We have some in
those
our
little
little
cheese,
cheeses.
the little round cheeses. The
I
laughing
don't.
cow.
I've never noticed.
Yes.
Has a nose ring?
No.
The laughing cow does not have a nose ring.
Hmm.
I was doing pretty well.
I'm not
I was on a
good on
pretty
that
good
one.
run there.
I don't know the laughing guy. I mean, I've heard of it, but I don't know.
Did Stauffer's stovetop
The Angry
stuffing
Monkey has
ever
one.
exist? Stauffer's stovetop stuffing.
No,
That
it's a
ever-
different
Stovetop
brand,
is
isn't
a
it?
thing.
Stovetop is a brand, but it's not
Stovetop
Stauffer's. Isn't it different? I don't know.
Stauffer's
no
never
idea.
existed. I remember as a
Yeah.
kid calling it Stouffer's stovetop
Stouffer's.
stuffing.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Did I?
but
What
it
about
never
what's
existed.
the red box? It was Stouffer's.
It's Stovetop.
It's not. It's just stovetop.
But yeah, it did feel like it was
No, I'm
Stauffer's.
talking about all the orange boxes.
Oh, like there's Stouffer's
The
lasagnas or
Stouffer's.
whatever.
Wasn't that Stouffer's?
I don't know.
The
But
yeah.
stuffing is separate.
But yeah.
Stauffer's makes the big box of lasagna. The
Yeah,
freezer.
those
Yeah,
those
yeah,
are
yeah,
banging,
yeah.
actually. I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about now. Those are good.
Yeah, I always thought it was Stouffer's stovetop.
Old Stovetop.
When in Snow White, the witch, what does she say to the mirror?
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
That's what I remember.
She actually says magic mirror on the wall,
What?
not mirror, mirror.
Interesting.
Well, I don't like her.
I feel like everybody says mirror, mirror.
Everyone says mirror, mirror.
Yeah.
Katie, did you say mirror, mirror?
Do you remember when we used to? What was the thing we did in the bathroom at school when you turn the lights off?
Whoa.
Bloody Mary won.
Whoa.
You know what I'm talking about? Do you remember that?
no.
What was it?
Depends on which thing you're
Candyman.
talking about.
Oh yeah,
We did Bloody Mary.
We did Bloody Mary.
Uh,
I
Three
did Bloody
times you turn the
Mary.
lights off. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary won. Bloody
And you'll see her, if the last time you'll see her in the mirror.
Yeah, we did dumb stuff as a kid. What the hell? Oh man, and everybody would be freaked out. I'd be like, "I'm not doing that."
It's really going to work.
You believed
Really
everything as a kid.
Mhm.
Oh man.
Adam, did you check out Am I Authentic in my...
You are correct.
Okay. We always did Light as a Feather, Stiff as a Board as a kid at sleepover
Oh,
parties. That was
yeah.
the girl thing to do.
Ouija boards.
Yes, the Ouija boards.
Can't lie, I pulled them out a couple times.
Okay, Hannibal Lecter. What line do you think of from the movie Hannibal Lecter?
Chianti. Immediately think of that would.
What's the one when he says Clarice? Something Clarice. I always
something
think
like
of.
fava beans or something, right?
It puts the lotion on its skin.
No,
right?
that's a-
So
that's a
you're
different-
thinking,
that's Silence of the
different
Lambs.
movie.
yeah.
It is.
You're thinking
Silence
of
the Lambs.
Hello Clarice, right?
Yeah, hello Clarice.
Hello,
That's what I was
Clarice.
thinking of. Yeah, hello,
Is that what he
Clarice.
said? Did he say hello Clarice?
I don't know. What he
He
said.
did not. He actually said good morning. But everyone always says hello Clarice.
Yeah, interesting.
So, what about the fava beans and a nice Chianti?
I don't.
Look that up. I'm telling you, that's
Fava
that-
beans.
Fava beans.
Yeah,
and
and a nice Chianti.
Oh, a nice Chianti.
Fava beans and a nice
Chianti.
Chianti.
See?
Yeah.
Was it from
Yeah, it's
Hannibal
from-
Lecter?
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's
Play that.
hysterical.
Well, that was.
Play
It wasn't
Play
called
it.
Hannibal Lecter though, right? It was called Silence of the Lambs. That's
Silence
where
of
he
the
came from.
Lambs.
okay.
Yeah. So.
We had that on fucking Laserdisc. Do you guys remember when Laserdisc was out? My stepdad had a Laserdisc
were,
player, and he had that on Laserdisc. That was ridiculous. It was like a CD like that. Like, what the hell?
It was a record.
It was like a record.
We went through all the weird shit. Like, we were actually around for all the weird stages. Like, we were still around where some parents had 8-track players.
I
but they
listened
were
to
Yes.
8-tracks,
right?
vinyl,
Yeah.
CD,
All of them.
laser disc. What else was there? Those. Remember what what were the little things for a while? They
Oh,
were,
micro discs.
No,
I know what you're talking about.
Oh man, it was only for a hot minute.
I know
don't
what you're
remember
talking
they were
about.
called.
Yeah.
Shoot.
It's like The Wedding Singer back in the 80s when you watch that movie and they show all those old things. Like,
Oh, yeah.
8 tracks. Now Adam's listening to Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, my gosh.
I just wanted to hear the nice Chianti part.
All right, Queen. The song We Are the Champions.
Yep.
Has it ever had Of the World at the end of it? Is that how you sing it? Is that how you sing it? It does not.
Of the world.
It has. It has not.
It just ends. We are the champions.
We are the champions. It does not end of the world.
He didn't say that in one of the times.
I think it was only one time that they ever said he did it, but it was like everyone thinks that's what the lyrics
He
are.
definitely
all the time.
said that at some point, though. I remember him saying that. Of the world. Was it when they did the AIDS thing, the big AIDS show that made them really popular?
Maybe.
We are
the.
the world.
We are the world, not.
That's
We are
the children.
No, we are the champions was there too for that.
We are the one.
That
Make a
big.
brighter day,
What was that
so
called?
let's start
What was that
again.
huge concert that they did for all that? For
Live
the-
Aid.
something
Live
Live
Aid.
Aid.
And that's when Queen actually exploded. He
So it
blew up
wasn't
for
on
that
the
thing.
ending, but it was sung throughout the chorus.
Queen was
So he did sing
big
it.
before.
Well, he's big before that,
well
but
before Live Aid.
that was like what was the big deal for that? There was a big deal with him performing there, or he came back out to perform there, like at the end of his career or something. There's some big like thing with him performing there.
Yeah.
Live Aid.
So wait, you said that it was singing because that's not what I got. We were. I don't know.
What are we doing? Where am I?
Has Mona Lisa always smiled?
She doesn't
No.
really
No,
smile
I don't think
at
she
all.
smiles.
RBF, doesn't she?
She smiles.
Really?
Yes, look at Mona Lisa's picture.
I thought it was RBF.
I always thought she had RBF too, but she doesn't. She actually smiles. People think that her smile has changed over time. But yeah.
It's a very mild,
I don't call that a
weak
smile.
smile.
Smirk.
If
So like a
you even
smirk?
want to call it
It's
that.
unamused to me.
RBF.
Yeah. They're saying is, do you remember?
That's probably a smile back then. Women probably weren't allowed to smile any bigger than that. You know,
right. Who knows?
it's awful. Who knows?
So
Is that the real one?
I don't think that's
That's
real
from
either.
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia is not always real.
yeah,
It's weird.
I feel like that's different.
I don't know.
I don't even know what to believe anymore.
We should create a Wikipedia for us and be like
We can.
world domination.
World.
World.
Here,
World
there's a real
That's
one.
that's
for
it.
Yeah,
Is she smiling?
that's the real one. Right there.
Oh
That
yeah,
is-
that is the
That is
one.
the real.
That's the original.
one.
That's the current day America Mona Lisa.
All right, I only have 2 more of these written down, so if you guys want more, we'll have to find them. Does
All right.
Shaggy from Scooby Doo have an Adam's apple?
Yeah, like a big one, right? I don't know.
I always thought he had a big one. He has absolutely no Adam's apple.
Yeah, a big one.
Thought he-
How did you look or something? How did
Wow.
you find out he didn't have one?
Yeah.
I don't- I
Shaggy
did.
though, he's a cartoon. That's weird,
It's a
Lisa.
Shaggy.
I guess he doesn't.
He doesn't. He does not have a big Adam's apple. He has
I mean,
no
his
Adams.
chin is huge.
Yeah, I don't know why I
so
always
you
felt
won't
like
even
he
be able to
did.
see it anyway.
I know why. Why did we think he
Shaggy.
did?
God, that was such a good cartoon too.
I missed that cartoon.
It was good stuff.
Yeah.
That was
And all they did was smoke weed every day, and we didn't even catch that as kids. Coming out the mystery machine, high as hell.
probably true.
It's true. I mean, that's really what it
I
seemed
mean, he
like.
seemed like a pot.
That's why they were paranoid, because they were smoking weed. That's why. Listen, go back to it, and when they open the door,
They're all on
smoke always
LSD.
comes out of it.
I never saw smoke come out.
Smoke
ever.
comes out of it. Maybe that's a Mandela effect,
Maybe
but I'm
it
almost
is.
positive
Does
that
smoke come out of the
when they
mystery
come out of
machine?
the mystery
Does
machine.
smoke come out of the mystery machine?
I felt like that was a whole big thing, and that's
Maybe
why
it
they
was.
see things, and that's why they're paranoid all the time.
Maybe they're on LSD. Maybe it's not marijuana.
YS, dude.
Is he spelling wrong?
No.
Oh.
All
They
right.
can-
Oh yeah,
So-
there is. It's saying the smoke in the mystery machine is coming from the barbecue grill inside. Lies.
The barbecue grill inside. Why would you
A
have a,
bunch
grill?
of teenagers grilling inside their vehicle.
Think about it. They always got the munchies, right? The both of them are always hungry. He's eating like crazy
Scooby
food.
snacks.
They're paranoid. They're like, for me, that's what they're always
Things
high.
only adults notice in Scooby Doo.
Yeah, they're always high.
That's funny.
Now you're looking up adult Scooby Doo.
I know, right?
I don't know, dude.
Man, let's hope the FBI doesn't get a hold of your laptop, buddy. It's gonna get weird.
So there's this bear that we all know that, he says it's up to you to prevent forest fires. What's his name?
Smokey the
Smokey the
Bear.
Bear.
There is no the in his name. It's Smokey Bear.
Yeah, it is Smokey Bear.
That's just weird.
Smokey. His
He's
name's
Smokey.
Smokey.
It's just
Smokey.
Smokey.
Smokey Bear.
He was making all the smoke in the
Smokey
mystery
Bear.
machine.
Yeah, it might have been him. That's why they call him Smokey.
Smoky Bear. Here, I'll find a couple more. Henry VIII. No, that's the 13th. Whatever. Is he eating a turkey leg in that painting?
What?
There's a painting of him,
I don't
and
even
he's
know
holding like a
the
turkey
painting it is
leg.
with him.
Yeah, I
Nope,
don't even
that's not
know.
gonna work
That's
for
why I
me.
was like, I don't
No
know.
idea. Nope.
Oh, how about this? The movie. There's a memory of a movie called Shazam that starred Sinbad.
Oh yeah.
So
Shazam.
this I do not agree with because I remember that Shaq is in that movie.
Yeah, Shaq is in Shazam.
And they were saying he's not in it. That's
It's
what I
not.
thought.
No, it's not even that. Shazam isn't even really the name of the movie.
Shazam was the name of the movie.
No, it's Kazam.
What?
No, I see. Look up Shazam.
I always thought it was Shazam,
Shazam
too.
too.
I thought it was Shazam.
Shazam the movie. Shazam the software.
Shazam.
It's
Yeah, right there.
Kazam.
Shazam
It
in
is.
2019.
No, but it was
Wait,
before
that's-
that.
No, it was an old movie.
This was
with Shaq back in the
1990s. It
days.
was Sinbad.
Oh, it was Sinbad.
Oh, it
I
was
said
Sinbad.
Shaq.
It
You're
was
right.
Sinbad.
Sorry.
It
No,
was
Sinbad.
Sinbad.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
It was
yeah, yeah.
Sinbad.
So it wasn't Shazam. It was Kazam.
It was Kazam, and I don't think Sinbad was even in it. Right?
That's what they're saying, but I swear he was.
I swear he was in that.
I swear
No
he
such
was.
movie exists. There
Here
was
it
a
is. Shaq
children's
was
movie
in the
called
1996 film
Kazam.
Kazam.
So Shaq was in Kazam.
Shazam was
it
in
was
Kazam.
Shaq. Yeah, we were right.
Okay,
Yeah.
but Sinbad was never in Shazam. But I
feel
could
like
have
he
sworn
wa-
Sinbad
I thought he was too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he was.
We're all kinds of messed up right now. Sorry.
Sorry,
guys.
guys.
It was
I
from all
screwed that
the
up.
smoke in the mystery machine.
Yeah, we're out here eating gummies.
We found Sinbad's Shazam movie. Right there it is.
I'm telling you, I think people are hiding things on the internet.
It's weird.
Sinbad
taking
Shazam.
away.
Because it was a bad
1994.
movie that he was in, and he talks
And he
about
was
being,
like, I don't wanna be
I
in
wish I
that
wasn't
anymore."
in this movie.
Yeah.
Please take me out.
Probably paid a lot of money to have it hidden on the internet.
Or in history
False
books.
memories can form very easy, it says. But
Do you have
Just pulled
do you have any false memories other than these Mandela effects that we've gone through?
How would we know?
I don't know.
You wouldn't know.
Unless you go to therapy and they're like, oh, yeah, you made that story up.
I
in
can
your
say
head.
that the older I get, the more I realize my childhood wasn't quite as bad as it was. Like I had a lot of crazy stuff happen to me as a young child, like
Right.
a lot of crazy shit. But like when I look back at it, like for some reason I have this like picture of my childhood just being awful. And then like as I get older, I start remembering some things that like, even though we were like dirt poor and didn't have the opportunity, my mom really tried to make sure that I had a good child. Like, so like, I feel like that's kind of like, I feel like you block out things to make your feelings true, if that makes sense, until you start to remember them. I don't know if that
Yeah.
makes sense or not.
exactly what you just said. I've said this recently. Recently in the last year or so. I feel like a lot of the stuff, it fit the agenda at the time and the persona you were trying to be or whatever it was as a kid, and you were like latching on to how bad your life is, but in reality, it's not. It was not exactly that.
Yeah.
It wasn't as bad as there was a lot of bad shit. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but really looking at it now, like it could be a whole lot worse.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe it's that. Maybe it's that you learn to appreciate the little things, and you start to see the older you get how bad things can be. Like I'll give you an example. I was in Wise like 3 nights ago, and there was a family. Dad was probably like 50, and then there was a son and daughter. His son was probably 15-ish, and the daughter was just a little younger, and they're checking out. And he's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Fuck you!" Like really like just screaming at the fucking kids, like, and belittling them, and like just horrible. And he looked like he was probably drunk. I didn't want to judge, but whatever. And then I walked away, and I'm like, man, my kids are fucking lucky. And then I was thinking, well, I didn't have to deal with that as a kid, so maybe I'm lucky. Those are the kind of
Right.
things that are like, you know, like, and then I started going down a rabbit hole like I usually do, and I'm like, you know, how many kids are assholes that were like this little fucking asshole, but we don't know that every time he goes to the grocery store, he gets screamed at in his face. Every time he tries to do something at home, he's getting screamed. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know what people are going through. So that had me going down this whole like rabbit hole of maybe I should be more thankful for everything that I have, and my kids probably should too before I start to beat them.
I think to your point though, Corey, like the other piece of it is we all know there's good things have happened in our childhood, but if you're trying to heal from those bad things, a lot of time that's also what sits in your head, right?
you focus on the negative.
Yeah.
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 Like it's not that you're trying to focus there; you're trying to figure some of it out too. Like why did that happen, or whatever the case
I used
may be.
to,
So
and I don't want to make it about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about our stuff, or past. So I used to blame my mom for my situation. I'd blame my dad for my situation. I blamed
Oh yeah.
this guy because he did this, or this cop that locked me up, or whatever it was. I blamed everybody around me. But then eventually I started to like look. Now I look at it and say,
Inside, yeah.
okay,
Choices.
these are the choices I'm making. That's why they're saying when I'm walking down the street with a Cypress Hill weed,
Right.
you know, the guy had an afro,
Yeah.
weed afro. Yeah, they're going to stop you and see if you have weed on you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Kind of broadcasting it.
don't be an idiot. You know, that,
Right.
I mean, so yeah, I think you just start to. I mean, I definitely look at things way differently now.
Well, and some of that is just how your brain is built too. Like when you're younger, that's all you can do, right? That's all you can equate it to is the fact that it's always somebody else. It takes you getting to a certain point in your life to finally be able to go, you know what? I have to actually take ownership of some of this shit at this point.
And some people
So-
never get there.
and they don't. That's
why
the
they don't
sad part.
succeed. Yeah. You know, it's interesting because what you just said can happen the opposite way too, is where people have so many bad traumatic things happen that they forget them and they're
forget.
blocked out and they
Yeah.
don't even realize those things happened.
I'm
Right.
seeing that now in a family member's life who
Yeah.
it's almost like they're living in a fantasy world.
Right.
Because they have to,
Mhm.
because they're trying to escape it almost, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I can tell you that happens with my sister and I, because my sister's like, I don't remember 90% of the stuff you tell me. Like, and that's scary. Like, I'm like, and again, she was almost 2 years younger than me when my dad passed away. So that means at 8, she was experiencing the loss of a parent. So it's a completely, you're at a completely different developmental point at that point. So,
Yeah, that's crazy.
but
Now we went from Mandela Effect to
it all ties together.
does.
It's all a memory,
It's all
right?
good.
It's all trying to remember things.
Yeah.
we create our reality.
not remember.
That's what I believe now.
I think you do create your own reality in
You
a way.
do.
It's a mind, and I'm not perfect at this at all because I screw up still. But I mean, I think it's a mindset thing. If you believe that this is what you want and you focus on the positive and you do the right things, and you eventually things get better. Because I just feel like we have the ability to do that.
Right. And your mind is pretty smart. It'll do things to protect you too. Like think about people who have like really bad
mind's not
accidents and
smart.
things like that. They might not remember the trauma from an accident because their mind is trying to protect them from that trauma. So they'll never remember the pain they felt. So your mind can be a very amazing thing. So,
True that.
or a little scary too,
Definitely scary.
especially if you're in this room. I'm just kidding.
Katie,
I'm not
what do
looking
you
at
think, Katie? How you doing?
What's up, Katie?
I just scared her. I just scared the crap out of her.
Katie's like, I've just been bored off my ass listening to you
Listen
guys
to these
ramble for
four old people
45
ramble.
minutes straight. This is not why I got
About
in this
things,
business.
about things I have no idea what they're talking about.
When I took
probably.
this job, I didn't think I was going to be sitting here listening to you idiots for 45 minutes. That's what she's thinking right now. It's like, damn it.
And she doesn't even know half the things we were just talking about.
Yeah, she's
she
like, you
wasn't
guys are
here.
old.
Yeah.
Old people shit.
What about the movie Goonies? Do you know the movie Goonies? If you say no, you have to leave right now.
That's one of the best movies ever.
It's the best movie. That is the best movie.
You know where a moment of like realization that I was a good dad came in, and you guys are gonna laugh. We were rolling down. Where was I going? I had the boys and Dylan, and he's 15. He was in the car, and I was like, I let him play his music, right? It is what it is, and it gets old. So I'm like, I'm putting 90s hip hop on, and it was like Biggie, Tupac, and the whole time he knew every lyric, and I'm like, yes, yeah, like you know what I mean? Like I don't know. He's like, Dad, we listen to this stuff. I don't know why you don't like Ice Cube. It was a good day. Him and his friend rattled off everything, and I'm like, yeah, you know, like I don't know. It's stupid, but it's like as dumb as that sounds.
What I rolled into the last song.
Oh man,
That's what I
Still
was listening
DRE.
Still
to.
a DRE, yeah.
That was what was on when I pulled into the parking lot this morning.
classic.
Yeah. Come on, you gotta love a little Dre.
I've been on the Fushnikins lately. I've been listening to nothing but
That is
Fushnikins.
weird. So
That's all I've been
no
listening to.
lie, over the weekend I showed Dylan who the Fushnikins were because there's a new song out right now by Travis Scott, and he stole. Oh no, not it was Fushnikins, but he stole Far Side's running beat. Okay.
yeah.
So then I was like, I want you to listen to Far Side. So he's like, Dad, you're right. It's the same beat. He's like, they're actually pretty good, right? And then I'm like, hold on. Did you ever know that Shaq was in the Fushnikins?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, well, who are they? What? He's like, Shaq never rapped. And then I played the Fushnikins for him.
Do you remember when Shaq went off on his own and did his...
He did his album with the
yeah,
Shaq Diamond
Shaq
thing
Diesel.
on it. Shaq
Shaq
Diesel.
Diesel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember
I
that.
had the CD.
That was it was
I
actually...
don't remember.
It was
some
some
of it
you
was
don't
all right.
remember
No.
that?
You know he's DJing at festivals and
He's
stuff
been
right
DJing
now.
for a long time.
He's good.
DJ
He's actually
Diesel.
good.
He's been huge
Yeah.
for a while. Yeah, he does everything. He was a cop in Miami. Like Shaq's an interesting
man.
dude.
He is an
Super
interesting
smart,
dude.
super
But they say like business wise, like he's ridiculous.
Super
Like, he has
smart.
stupid money. Like he's just really good at investments and business stuff. What's going on over there?
No, I was trying to find something because I saw a video last night. It made me laugh.
feel like
so
we-
keep talking.
I don't know. Should we keep talking or should I end this?
We
This
should
has
probably
been, like,
end
a
this.
whole
What,
lot
you
of
don't like
rambling
this?
I like the rambling.
It's
I
we're
like
fun.
rambling.
I don't know. Do people like rambling? Let us know. We have no idea.
I feel like we need a whole episode though on TV, movies, and music.
We could.
So 100th
That'd be fun.
anniversary of Warner Brothers. Goonies is going to be in theaters again. Is what I just
Oh,
said.
Yes.
I'm going.
Yep.
I'm going for
Katie,
sure.
we're gonna take Katie to the
God,
Goonies.
that's a classic. Yeah, you got to watch
Field
the
trip,
Goonies.
Katie, field
You have
trip.
to watch the Goonies.
Wait, the what
It's an
anniversary?
80s. The Goonies. You never watched
Rock-
the Goonies?
No,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
has
yeah.
what
What
anniversary?
I think it's
100th
Warner. I think it's
anniversary
Warner. Is
for
it Warner Brothers?
Like the 50th anniversary? Or?
100.
Of Warner Brothers, not the Goonies movie.
the-
Oh, okay. I was
The
like,
Goonies
God,
came
I'm
out in the
not-
80s.
yeah,
I'm
I
not
was gonna say,
100.
yeah.
Goonies came out
Well,
in
when
the
you
80s.
said the movie for 100th anniversary,
Yeah.
okay.
It was the quintessential coming of age movie for in the 80s.
That was a cool
That's what it
movie.
was.
It was the best.
It was
Still love it when
that
it
and
comes on.
Labyrinth. Those
That was
Oh,
good, too.
Labyrinth.
Labyrinth was
good
a
Tom
too.
classic.
Cruise was in that.
Was he?
Yeah, he was the.
Wasn't David Bowie?
Was it?
in
And
that?
David
No,
Bowie.
what,
Yeah.
what was the other? Not Labyrinth. It was like a knockoff of Labyrinth.
Willow? No.
Might have been Willow. He was in Willow,
Okay.
I think.
There was Willow. There was what was the other one that was like that? I don't know. Whatever.
Anyway,
Here we go again down
All
the
right.
rabbit hole.
Well, thanks for listening to our Mandela Effects. You'll forget
Thank
the whole
y'all.
thing
Thank y'all.
tomorrow.
Have a good one.
later.